Oh, shit, my hearth, didn't I? Damn it. Hmm. Oh well. We'll just fly back to Ashton. We're just gonna keep, it's up on my lunch break from work, so this is just gonna be a really short stream. What is this one? Duranosaur. Starting a no pet hunter, that's interesting. I wonder if the no. This is why I hate Twitch. You know, I can't just click on a thing and go easily. I don't know, whatever. I don't like Twitch. Just, I don't want to go to someone's YouTube page and see a bunch of advertisements. But whatever. I guess it's all part of whatever the crap that is Twitch, I guess. Oh. Wish I could play WoW all day long, but this is just me on my lunch break. Getting in an hour of WoW before I go back to work. Tonight I'll probably stream late. I'm going to hang out with the wife at Tori. Maybe do some drawing. I haven't drawn in a while. I need to do some drawing, so I'll probably pull out my art book. Sit on the patio with my wife and the cats. Draw something. Draw some trees. Draw some dragons. Who knows? I'll tell you what. If I draw something nice, I'll put it in the Discord, in my Discord. I should create a Discord channel for that. You know. This kind of sucks because really I like to kind of kill, you know, up in this area is pretty good. Down here, basically here or here, they're both good. Just depends on whether you want to hear kill bears and elk, or is it elk, or you want to kill the furbolgs. Do I have? Okay, I'm still using the staff. I want to level this staff up a little bit, but I've actually got quite a few two-handed weapons here. Well, this one I can't even use. I just need to sell this one, even though it's pretty nice. 5 stamina, 5 strength. And it looks cool. I think that's why I haven't sold it yet. Man, certainly hitting pretty hard. There's actually some ore that you can get back here too, so let's go ahead and run back here and see if we can't maybe get some ore. But I really need iron ore, and I'm still 5 levels off, so the goal right now, the main short-term goal, and that's the way I like to play World of Warcraft, is give myself little short-term goals. The short-term goal right now is really just to get to 30. But I watched a video of a pallet. Was it a pallet? No, it was a warrior dying at level 31. Wait, hold on a second. He was like level 31 and he was in a cave. And he was fighting like a couple centaurs. And he accidentally aggroed a third centaur. You know, one of the centaurs he was fighting ran and aggroed another one. So there, he made a lot of mistakes. One, when he fought the two centaurs, he should have pulled them further back because he had hamstring on the one of the centaurs that ran away. But he was too close to the other centaur, you know. I mean, if he pulled the centaurs further back, he would have been able to kill that one before it, you know, aggro the third. But the biggest mistake he made was after he killed that one and then was fighting the other two, he didn't switch to a sword and shield. He actually continued to just fight him with like a really slow two-handed weapon. Which just was a big mistake. If he could have immediately pulled those two back into a corner where they weren't going to aggro anybody else if they ran and just switched to his defensive stance, sword and shield, he could have easily popped shield block and revenge and just, you know, he would have been good. You know, he wouldn't have any issues. So little things, you know. One thing I'll say, and I say this, and I hope people won't get mad at me or think that I'm really arrogant or something, but or mean or something, but I am surprised when I watch the hardcore death clips at how many people. I just figured WoW's been out for a really, really long time, so I always just assume that everybody, you know, knows the game, you know, pretty well. But I see people on the hardcore clips making lots of mistakes, like lots of mistakes that I'm just a little surprised that they would make. But I guess, you know, it's cool, you know, you get new people. And I think it's a good thing. Maybe we're getting more people that are playing WoW that, you know, they have never played Classic. You know, they don't really know Classic that well. Or maybe we're even getting people to play World of Warcraft who've never played World of Warcraft before, which also is really cool. You know, it's cool to think that the game still gets new players, you know. But you definitely see a lot of people dying in ways that a little surprising. You're like, well, man, you could have just done this or this or this, whatever. But you know, that's cool. I think, you know, people are learning the game. It's good to see. I try to comment, you know, on the channel and give them tips. Say, hey, you know, try this, try that. Hopefully, it'll help them out, you know. I'm just leveling up my two-hand weapon here. It's 98. Actually, it's getting up pretty high now. It's funny, the weapon I'm using, because it's literally like 4 intellect staff, but increases damage and spells by frostbite. But the thing is, it's damage. The 16.8 damage it does is like the highest damage weapon I have. You know, it's a lot of damage. It's a very slow weapon, though, I think. I think it's like 3.8. Yeah, very slow. I also have this one, which is 16 damage as well, but it has agility and spirit. So we'll try, now that we've skilled up my staves. I like to try to keep my weapon skills up, so my staves are 102 out of 125, so yeah, it's still got a way to go. Let's try to get it higher up. We'll try to get our staves and our two-hand axes up. There's not very many mobs over here. I'm really only coming over here for the ore, but I was hoping I'd also be able to kill some people. There we go. Wow, I destroyed that guy pretty quick.
Lovely.
Ooh, wait a minute now. That's probably not an upgrade, but let's take a look. 171 armor, 6 stamina. No, it's not, but man, that's still a good chest piece. If I hadn't crafted the Iron Forged breastplate, it would have been good. Seems to be a lot of tin around this little lake pool here. Let's check it out. Some elementals to contend with. Unarmed, huh?
Lovely.
Dropped weapon. Did you see that? It says I dropped my weapon. He knocked the weapon out of my hand. It didn't say disarmed. He said dropped weapon. Ooh, look at that crit. 317 damage. That's just a regular crit. It wasn't even a... Well, it was a heroic strike, but... Still, that's a pretty big hit. Oh, come on. You can get up here, can't you? Ooh, I don't know if I can make it up this... Oh, I did. Sweet. Unfortunately, we're not seeing a lot of ore. A lot of ore in the locations, but no ore in them. Of course, probably that copper will be there, but I don't want the copper, of course. You know, I want the tin. Tin for the win. we didn't get hardly any ore. Says there's a bunch of ore up to the right. Let's check it out. Seems to be like up in the mountains. Must be something over here. Who am I in combat with? There's somebody under the ground that's attacking me. See that? I'm literally being hit by something underground. Weird. Level 24.
Lovely.
I don't know where all these other... Let's see if I can get up here. Seems to be something up on this mountaintop. I'm not sure what's on this mountaintop. And there's the mob under the ground here that's going to attack me again. Alright, I guess we'll give up the mountaintop, but there's apparently a bunch of ore in the mountains here. I'm not quite sure how to get up there, though. There might be a path further down here that goes up into the mountains that I'm unaware of. I just don't remember. So, we'll leave it be. Oh, here it is. These spiders are so creepy looking. I hate spiders. I do not like spitters. So there does seem to be some sort of a... But this has got to be a dead end as well. Oh, there's a cave. It's saying that that's underground. Check this out. Oh. Come on. Yep. Okay, well there is some sort of a cave system around here that I'm not aware of. We're not going to be able to make it. Shit. This would take us... There's the cave system. I don't remember that cave system. Alright, let's go back down without... Hopefully without dying. gonna try to slide back over to this cave if we can get there. I don't remember this cave system, so it'd be interesting. Doing a little exploration. It's always fun to explore around. I don't like these guys though, they take too long to kill, so I'm just gonna run right by these guys. If possible.
Lovely.
Ah, every time I look at my inventory, it's just full of junk. And I don't know of a vendor that's near here either. Like, I do not know of a vendor that's anywhere near my... other than down here at this little shack. Ah, I guess we could go to the shack, but I prefer not to.
Lovely.
Alright, we are pretty close to the shack, so I guess we'll hit it.
Lovely.
You can kiss your ass
Lovely.
goodbye.
Mm. Mm-hmm. But not in pieces. I almost bought the recipe, but you know what? If I want to make stat food, I'll just make tender wolf steak. I do need more cloth, so let's kill some humanoids so we can stock up on some wool cloth.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Mm.
Lovely.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Lovely.
Taking a long time to kill these guys. Let's try the two-hand. See how long it takes. Let's take it just as long with the two-hand. And it's such a
Kiss your ass goodbye.
it's such a painful process.
Lovely.
You were screwed.
Yeah, I don't like having this particular weapon setup. I'm actually probably gonna, even though this weapon does more damage than my dagger, does quite a bit more damage, but the swing speed's killing me here. This 2.6 versus 1.7 is really hurting my rage generation. I mean, overall, I'm gonna do more damage with it, but it's not very pleasant. You know, I need a faster main hand. No doubt about it. It's like I'd almost rather start off my fight with the dagger in my main hand, and then once I get like a ton of rage, then swap to the sword and the dagger and just start dumping heroic strike. But I don't want to deal with that right now. We just need to find a better weapon. Definitely need to find a better weapon. Swing batter, swing batter, swing. Let's go with the bigger food buff. Don't want. I guess I'll take the food, but man, that was a shitty, that was a very shitty box. You know, it'd be really cool. Like, I think one of the coolest things that the warrior could, I mean, from playing the warrior now in the past couple weeks that I've learned is that the warrior has too many good abilities that are, I think, defensive stance only. You know, specifically hamstring. I think disarm also. I'll have to look at it, but I think disarm is. I think you have to. I'm not sure if you have to be in defensive stance, but wouldn't it be cool if they could give you some sort of, I don't know, some sort of evolution or way of doing a quest or something so that you could basically merge those abilities, you know, so you could use your defensive skills in your, you know, like some of those defense skills. Like, I mean, I think disarm should be usable in all stances. I don't know if it's defensive stance only. Let me check here. Hold on a second. Let me auto run here, and I'll check. Yeah, see, disarm's only usable in defensive stance. That really, you know, I mean, I guess it gives you the whole stance thing of that's why the talents exist the way they do, and that's why you have tactical mastery. That's why you have, you know, anger management. But I'm not a big fan of really that setup so much. I think just to make the gameplay a lot more fun. Man, these guys are level 26. Shit. Maybe I don't want to go with this. Yeah, I don't want to go to this cave. They're going to be too high level. We're going full defensive stance. We are 55% health.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
53% health. 50%. 49. 3. So we went from 50, what was it, like 57 to 43? It's not bad. But yeah, these guys are going to be too high level this way, so that's not going to be a good idea. Let's just head back and kill the furbogs. And then I got to get back to work. What's up, Dan? Yeah, this is just a quick lunch stream before I go back to work. But I would like to, I mean, if I would rework the warrior. Like, if I was going to do, like, let's say I was going to do a classic plus, I would definitely change the warrior's talent trees. What I would do is I would make it so that you have certain skills that are defensive only, certain skills that are fury only, and certain skills that are, you know, protection, and certain skills that are arms. But I would have a few skills that are floaters that could be used in any branch, or that maybe cost 2 talent points to pick up. So, like, let's say disarm, you know, instead of just like it being something that you learn as a skill, it's a talent, and you would just maybe 2 talent points to learn disarm or something, and it can be usable in any tree. I mean, that would be really interesting, because then you have the ability to kind of do a little bit more of a custom build around a warrior that could do damage, and yet it could have some more defensive abilities that would be really fun for PvP and PvE. I don't know, just something to think about. You know, it'd be something to play around with. But to me, disarm should be available to warriors in other talent trees. I mean, in other stances. I'm not a big fan of stances in video games. Like, switching stances is like, I don't really like that. Now, you have games where you switch weapons, and then your talents change based on the weapons you have, like Guild Wars 2. And I actually kind of like that. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, it makes sense that if I've got a shield and a sword, that I can shield bash. Whereas if I just have a sword and a, you know, two-hand sword, I can't, because I don't have a shield, you know. And like, if I've got a magical staff, I can cast a fireball. But if I don't have a magical staff and I've got a dagger and maybe a some sort of an offhand item, maybe I can't cast Fireball. I mean, the staff is what gives me the ability to cast certain spells, you know. Those types of things in Guild Wars 2 I think are really cool, you know.
Lovely. Lovely.
Hey, what's up, Luca? How's it going? You know, let me get to your question after I kill this mob. Any two-hand. Get Arceus before Rock pulls outside a dungeon. Oh my god, Arceus is the quest in Duskwood. The Rock Pulverizer, I don't remember the Rock Pulverizer where that comes from. I would say there's probably a decent chance you might be able to craft something if you were a blacksmith. But outside of that, I don't know off the top of my head. I don't usually use two-hand weapons that much. I mean, I always will weapon swap into two hands, but I don't primarily use two-hand weapons. Like on my Paladin, I use my sword and my shield a lot more than I ever use a two-hand weapon when I'm leveling Protection Paladin, which is what I love to do. But I would just say there's a good site you can go to. I think it's... trying to think which one it is. Here you go. This one's pretty good. So this Wowhead, classic Wowhead, items, weapons, you can just search. So you could say, let's see, you could say like you wanted to, like let's say you wanted two-hand sword, right? So two-handed maces. Let's see, two-hand swords, right? And then you want item level. We don't really care. Let's say requirement level. And you're talking about, yeah, you need some sort of a gear planner. Yeah. Arceus is probably, what, level 25-ish. So let's say you want something that's like level 30. Required level 30 to 35. Alliance. And so here you find some stuff that are, yeah, Moonsteel Broadsword, blacksmithing. So this is from like I said, blacksmithing's got this one, which is, you know, pretty nice. It's pretty fast, so it's not going to have like high top end damage. Now this is from Instance, of course. So drop, Archaic Defender. Cross Tiger Bait again, blacksmithing. This is from, oh, it's from Scarlet Monastery. You know, this one's a pretty common one. This is a drop. But anyways, this is just, you know, I would try going here and just kind of searching around. There's also, if you search for like weapons from Quests World, I know I've found better other websites that do stuff like that. There's also Atlas Loot. I mean, if you use the add-on Atlas Loot, you could probably do, you could just find it that way. I don't use Atlas Loot much, but you could just grab Atlas Loot. I don't know if Loot, if it does, shows all the quests. Let's see, updated 2020 September. Come on. Why do I have two programs folders? Programs, what the hell is that? Oh, come on. This always happens when I'm streaming. Whenever I stream and I try to go to my Windows Explorer, this only happens when I'm streaming. It just lags. I don't know why it does this. When I'm not streaming, it's completely fine. What the hell is this? Cyberstep. What the hell is this shit? Oh, this is Oni Girl. Yeah, I remember I installed that and I took the folder wrong. Okay, that's cool. We'll leave that one alone. I said, I don't really use Atlas Loot. But you might be able to just use Atlas Loot to find what you're looking for. Select module. Dungeons and raids. Crafting. What is Atlas Loot tables from collections? Factions. Yeah, well, this doesn't have what I want. I just want quests. Do we not have quests? This might not. If this doesn't have quests, then we're kind of screwed. But anyways, you can just use the websites. You said Gear Planner does it? Is that like an add-on? Is Gear Planner an add-on? So yeah, you could do say, yeah, see, yeah, there you go. Then you already knew the answer to your question, because yeah, I don't know it off the top of my head. Sorry, man. I do not know it off the top of my head. I don't really worry about it too much. Like when I'm leveling, I know a few like you know, swords and weapons from vendors and stuff that I get. I know like from crafting a few things I get. When I get to like, you know, when I get to like level 35 or something, or even maybe level 30, I'll start looking at, you know, where can I go to maybe get an upgraded weapon. But if I'm just getting drops, you know, like Like, you know, I got this as a drop, this blue item. If I'm just getting drops, then I'm going to be okay with what I get. I'm not too concerned about my weapons being top tier, because really, I mean, it is great to have, you know, great weapons, of course. Um, but it's not necessary, you know what I mean? But it certainly will make things easier. So if you do have weapons that you want to go after, if they're from quests or something, then yeah, just use that gear planner, you know, and try to figure out, you know, what maybe you want to get. Go get it. But I haven't really been focusing on like certain gear. I really, just because I haven't gotten out of, like, you know, the highest level I got on the warrior is 29, but you know, there are quests, you know, that you can do. And I'll probably start looking at that once I get close to 29. I'm probably going to start looking at Gear Planner or some other site, just looking for quests that I can do that'll get me decent, you know, decent weapons. But what I'm looking for is very, very fast one-hand weapons, very, very fast daggers. I have blacksmithing, so we'll see what I can craft. Like, I crafted these weapons pretty quickly. The pearl handle daggers, they're pretty good. Um, but I'm ready. I'm already out. I've already out leveled those. I need better daggers already. So we'll just have to wait and see what we can come up with. Big bear meat. I guess I should get the big bear steak since I've got the big bear meat. It actually, good thing is I can probably craft the stuff and just vendor it, so that'll make us some money too. Too bad this isn't a rest location.
Feel free to browse.
Silver.
May the stars guide you.
Skinner.
How may I help?
All right, we could get. Let's see. No, she doesn't have it.
Goddess watch over you.
I'm just gonna spend the last, I don't know, 8 minutes fishing before I go back to work. Because I need to get some edible food I can use. Maybe I'll get some decent fish out here. I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, if you're grinding, obviously, especially on a paladin. I mean, a paladin is so much auto-attacking that you really do need good weapons on a paladin. More so than even on a warrior, I'd say, because warrior, people always talk about, well, warrior's really gear dependent. I'm like, yeah, it is gear dependent, but you have a lot more abilities on a warrior to do damage than you do on a paladin. Did I miss my bobber? Because I probably did. But you have a lot more abilities than warrior to do damage, so even with like weapons that aren't going to be top tier, you're still going to be able to kill fairly quickly. But I will start looking into trying to get, figure out what kind of weapons I want to get. Because there is a cave, I want to start grinding the raptor cave. I keep hitting the mouse wheel up. I want to start grinding the raptor cave probably at like level 30, so if I do that, I'm going to want to be pimped out as much as possible, just so I can kill as quickly as I can. So I'm going to be wanting to have, decent weapons and, good buff food and, whatever I can get. And this is some crappy ass fish, isn't it? 61 health. That's the best you can do for me out of that pool. $55 fishing. 205 fishing in Fellwood. 55 fishing in Stone Talon Mountains. Let's head to STP, or STM, I guess we should call it. Stone Talon Mountains. I agree with you, though. It makes, on the Paladin, it's a huge... In fact, on the Paladin, for me, like when I'm living in Paladin non-hardcore, I always went for the Flurry Axe and, really good shields, the Skull Flame Shield, stuff like that. I was always going for, like, really, really, really top-tier items. In hardcore, I'm not sure what I would do. I probably would just... Man, it's tough, you're... I probably would still just maybe be blacksmith and craft weapons. I don't know, but on the paladin I like to go engineering because dynamite's really fun. I go AoE paladin too. I like spec my paladin with protection and AoE mobs down, you know. So for me, when I'm AoEing mobs down on the paladin, it's almost like it's really just the cumulative stuff, you know, like the more kind of every little thing helps, you know, whether I've got, you know, iron shield spikes. I probably would go blacksmithing in that case because I'd want a spike on my shield. So we'd be blacksmithing, which would be good because we'd be able to craft weapons for myself. Why am I going the wrong way? I thought I was in a different location. That's what I get for not paying attention. I got something in my eye and it's driving me nuts. But this is still kind of a new thing. I mean, leveling hardcore is still fairly new to me. I've only done it on the warrior, and I did it once in the paladin. I got the paladin to level 39, and I quit playing the paladin because I wanted to go back and level my actual paladin on Gravulus. So I never finished the paladin, and I actually ended up deleting that character because I just didn't think I'd ever level a paladin in hardcore again. So I deleted the character to recover the name because I wanted to use that same name for a different hardcore tune. But now, after like leveling the warrior, I'm thinking, and then after watching all the paladins run by, and actually Ken asked me the question the other day, do you miss leveling your paladins? And I said, well, actually, yeah, I do. And so, but paladin's like the easiest character to level to 60 in hardcore, without a doubt. I mean, it's just the easiest. You know, you have so many ways to stay alive. So like leveling a paladin's kind of like, well, it'd be easy, but it's not really as much of a challenge. So I'm not sure that, you know, how much I'd want to do that, you know. I have grease in my eye. Like oil or something that's making my eye burn. I'm going to have to flush my eyes out here in a minute. Alright. Let me just run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. But yeah, for me, like in hardcore, if I was doing a paladin, I wouldn't be concerned about the weapons. I mean, it's great. It's really going to be really nice to have a good weapon. I would just look at whatever quests I could do to get decent weapons. Then I would just pray and hope that I got some drops along the way to help out, you know. It's tough though because the drops you get typically from mobs, and this is something I've never really liked about World of Warcraft. It's one of the things I definitely would change if I was going to change WoW in any way. One of the ways I would change it is that if I'm killing level 20 mobs, the way WoW does it is that most likely the items that drop are going to be the level range probably around like 15, maybe to 18, maybe 14 to 18 level range of the items that drop mostly. I would change that so that if I was killing level 20 mobs, I mean, they could drop items from any level. I mean, I'm not like 50 or something, but I would say plus or minus 5. So if they were level 20, the items they drop would be between the ranges of 15 and 25. That way, you know, if you're grinding level 22 mobs, you might get like a level 27 sword or something. You know, and if you're level, like, because normally when you're killing mobs, like this is a level 21 bear, I'm level 25. So if he's dropping items that are level 15, 16, they're not really that great for me. That's a perfect example. This blue sword dropped for me, and it's a level 15 sword, right? Where I was level 15. Well, it dropped for me when I was like level 24, I think. So, you know, I'm 9 levels over this sword. So it's like, yeah, that's great that you gave me this weapon from killing a mob, but it's not really that great for me. You know, it's okay, because it's only good for me because I'm playing hardcore. If I wasn't hardcore, I'd for sure have a weapon that's way better already. So... yeah, you know, I regret deleting that one, Luca. You know, if you look at my character, what happened was that character's name was Cute Hardcore, I believe. And I just didn't have any desire to level that one. You know, I felt like it's not because, it's because I've leveled so many paladins. If you watch my channel, I've leveled a lot of paladins, like in classic. So it was just my boredom of the paladin class, and I was like, I just was bored. I was like, it was so easy. Like I leveled that paladin 39. I was like, man, this is easy. You know, I was in no danger of dying. I don't think at all during that whole time. I think the lowest I ever got was maybe 20 to 30% health. You know, it was never, you know. So I ended up deleting the character, thinking, well, I don't want to play. I'm never going to play this character. So I deleted her, and then I created a warrior called Cute HC, Cute Hardcore. And that's just the name that I started using in private servers. And it wasn't something that I was like, oh, it was a great name. I started using Cute Faith, right? And it was because I couldn't think, all the names I wanted to use for paladins were used. Like every name I could think of was used. Because I was on a very populated private server. And so I said, well, she's a female, she's kind of cute. She's paladin, she's got faith in the Lord, you know, she's like all holy. So I was like, I'll just call her Cute Faith. You know, it was just kind of a spur of the moment name, but it caught on and people knew me as Cute Faith. And so I ended up using it just because people recognized it. I would go to other servers with that name, and people were like, oh, are you the same Cute Faith from this server? Or are you the same Cute Faith that streamed here? And I'm like, yeah. So I ended up reusing that name. But anyways, I wanted to reuse the Cute Faith name or whatever on this server, so I ended up deleting that paladin. And then now I kind of regret it, because now I could have gone back and just picked that character up at 39 and took her to 60, you know. You know, whatever. Leveling a paladin from 1 to 39... you know, it won't take me that long to do that, so... Now, it's been a while now since I played a paladin, though, so... But, yeah, I don't have any doubt that I could get a paladin to 60. All the paladin videos I've seen where people are dying on paladins, it's because mostly they don't know the class, and they don't understand, you know, what a paladin's capable of, what they can handle, what they can't handle. Plus, I think a lot of people probably aren't playing paladin as protection. Maybe they are, I don't know. I don't know if they're doing retribution, but a lot of the videos I've seen, they're using a two-hand weapon. And like I said, when I level my paladin, I'm primarily using sword and board almost all the time. I'll switch to a two-hand weapon for, like, you know, for certain abilities. You know, if I do like a judgment, and I'm gonna do like, well, I can't even, dude, it's scary. I haven't played a paladin so long. I don't even remember what their big abilities are. You know what their big hitting ability is, but that's hilarious. I can't even remember. But yeah, I would switch to a two-hand weapon if I was going to pull off something like a heroic strike or, you know, whatever the paladin equivalent is. You know, just so I could get extra damage. You know, it's the higher top-end damage. Where am I on this map? Here. Okay, cool. But yeah, I have to get back to work here in a couple minutes. I should have went back already, but I wanted to check some of the fishing locations here real quick. I always see all these nodes, but there's never any. I'm having a hard time finding tin ore. Looks like there's a lot of tin in this location, so maybe I'll have to check into that. Yeah, I do regret deleting that paladin, Luke. It was like, and even when I deleted, I kind of was winced. I was like, I was like, but I just was like, I'm never gonna play this character again. And of course, never say never when it comes to MMOs and characters on MMOs. How many times have you guys played MMOs and you said, I'm never gonna play a mage again, or I'm never gonna play this class again, or you created a character, got to like level 20 or something, and you said, I'll never play that character again. But then you inevitably you always end up going back and playing him again because you get bored. You're like, oh, I'm bored. Maybe you'll play a warrior for like a year, an entire year, and then you're like, well, I want to play a mage, and you'll see that mage that you created a long time ago is like level 20, and you're like, you know what? Let me just pick up that level 20 mage. Although, if you're like me, you would just start at 1 again because you would have forgotten how to play a mage, and you'd be like, well, I want to play a mage at level 1 so I can remember how to play the mage again. Is it a pain in the ass, Dan? Thanks. I wasn't sure if it was going to be one of those difficult caves or not, Oh, and there is a tin vein up here. Well, are they a pain in the ass because there's just a lot of them, or are they a pain in the ass because they're casters? There was one cave I went to that was, holy crap, they either were throwing spells at you, or they were like throwing axes at you. So like all of them were like range, and that's a pain. When you're like a warrior paladin, the last thing you want is to be going up against a bunch of ranged damage dealers, Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Is I played, I've leveled up 4 paladins I've leveled up 2 to 60 on private servers, and I've leveled up about 3 more to almost 60. So almost 5 different characters, just to basically 60. So yeah, so I was just like, I don't want to. That's the point where I was like, I don't want to do this again. Just bored. Ah, I'm stuck. Yeah, that's what I thought, Dan. Well, there's the one cave here that's got, see this cave over here? It's got a ton of casters. And I went to that yesterday, and it was a nightmare. It was all casters and like ranged people. And I went in there on one of my other characters. I think it was a night elf. Not night elf, hardcore night elf warrior. And I remember I went in there and almost died. I got out, but it was scary. That's what we're after, guys. We're after the trunks. Not exactly the best trunk, but, Really what I'm after is the bolts of silk cloth. Sometimes you'll get like a stack of 4, and, they're like 6 silver each, so it can add up pretty quick money-wise. But you also get green items out of the trunks. I don't know what level they are. They're pretty much at this level. They're not going to be super great. They're probably like level 20 something. Low 20s. But that's one thing I would change. The other thing I would change to WoW, besides having the drops be +5, the level of the character, the mob you're killing, I would also add lower level item sets. So I would have gray item sets and like white item sets. So you'd have like some crappy gray set that if you had all the items, it might make you move faster, maybe, or make, you know, give some interesting abilities. If you have some torn up rags, if you had all of them, you might be easier to blend in because you're like, you look like just a regular street beggar. So it might increase like your stealth ability. If you've got like a white set, you know, of just really high quality leather, it might make you, you know, be a little bit more agile. It might give you like +2 agility if you're a hunter or something. Just stuff like that. Low level sets I think would be, and plus, you know, I just think it'd be really fun. You know, most MMOs don't have low level sets with set bonuses, and I just think that would be a really cool item, really cool idea. One of these days, if I ever make my own MMO, it's something I want to do. I'm still working on mine though. I still actually am working on the world for my own MMO. I'm sure that the game will never come out, but it's still just a fun exercise for me to work on the races and the characters and, you know, and stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun. Maybe I'll do that tonight. I was going to do some drawing with my wife on the patio, but I might also take out one of my books and start coming up with more lore for my characters. There we go. This is what we really want. I know it's a good idea. I wish if I had my own development team. I'm a programmer, right? I've been writing code since I was 15, which was 1985. I would love to make my own MMO, and I just don't have the time. I mean, it's, you know, I think the smallest MMO that was made that was actually pretty good was, I think the people who made, I'm trying to think, well, most MMOs are made by teams of hundreds of people. Pantheon Rise of the Fallen has been pretty much developed by a team of, you know, 20 to 30 people. But I mean, that thing's been in development for like 7 years or something. Although they did a reboot. So really it's been developed for like maybe 5 years. I hope my inventory wasn't full. Oh, frick me. I think my inventory was full and I wasn't able to get that. Damn it. Oh, you bastard, Julian. Let's get rid of this. No, that's a quest item. You don't need this. I hate throwing that away because it's worth money, but I want to get gypped out of my watertight trunks. And I'm going the wrong way. Alright guys, I'm going to have to log off here though, because I got to get back to work, so unfortunately, work has to get done. Got to pay the bills. But yeah, I'm working on my own MMO. Like it's called The World of Voslar, and it's a fantasy game MMO, but there are some other aspects to it that are different. And I was working in Unity and just going through some Unity tutorials and you know getting comfortable with the Unity game engine. But you know the Unreal Engine is just so powerful, and the where they're going with the Unreal Engine in the future is just in my mind better than where Unity's going. So I think I'm going to try to use the Unreal Engine, but I'm waiting for some of the tools to basically get better for MMO type design, and they're getting better all the time. Like every year, creating stuff in these game engines becomes easier and easier. And as a one-person development team, I'm going to need some pretty damn good tools if I want to create. You know, so what I wanted to create was just a super simplistic like prototype or video game slice where basically I just create like one little building with like one NPC, and then I create like one little mob, one enemy in the woods, and just work on the basic systems, talking to an NPC, you know, combat, going out attacking one mob, killing it, that type of stuff. But even just doing that simple test is a lot of work, so. But I'm gonna log out here, guys. I will catch you guys later. I get back to work. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And I should be streaming tonight around 10 o'clock server time. So, peace out. So anyways, you can see we got, you know, we're getting green items in these trunks. So, you know, this is a 6 intellect. And let's see, it's level 24. So the good thing about this is we're getting higher level items. So there's a different higher level range, which is cool. You know, another, look at that, level 22 bright robe. So it's 3 silver per bolt. So, but yeah, that's great. You know, 14 silver just in this bag here. I had 20 silver in this trunk. And here we've got, you know, 5, you know, 6 silver. And here again, we've got 25. I don't think it's as good as mine. Mine's 20. Well, it's 80 armor, 5 strength. This has 87 armor, 3 strength, 4 spirit. So actually, it's probably, not going to lie, it's probably better. And we've got medium leather. That was that one. Oh, and then here, look, another one. Level 19, 12.3. So we're getting a lot of green items here. Look at that. I mean, again, it's a 2.6 weapon, 2 stamina, 2 strength. It's, you know, not quite as good as my sword, but still, this is 24 silver that I just made. And then again, another magic weapon. We've got, again, both silk cloth, but look at this. This is 30 silver, but this is a 17.5 plus 9 agility. It's a big-ass weapon. So, no, that can't be right. Did I get 2 bright robes? I can't believe it. Every single, this is crazy. Every single one had a magic item in it. That is unheard of. That just doesn't happen. I've fished these many, many times, and I would say usually out of all of these, I would get like 1 magic item. So to have a green item in every single one is really, really kind of crazy. I don't know if it has to do with my fishing skill when I catch it. My fishing skill is higher now, but still, that's really, really crazy. Anyways, let's go ahead and log off. But I'm just going to log out right here, and we're going to keep fishing. That's but you can see I made a lot of money there. I mean, I probably made well over a gold, you know, just out of these boxes. And plus, there's green items there that I could probably almost use, you know. Yeah, just log out here. I got work to do. And I will be back later. Peace out.